quarterback, good draft.
All right, we live, y'all. We live. All right. We back, episode 15. Got our post draft reactions. I'll talk a little bit of basketball, of course. Your boy Dom, Midnight, Sam, and your boy Vosk. So we back at it, y'all. We're gonna start off with the draft. What teams, in y'all opinion, had the best draft? Who came away as the biggest winners this weekend?
I'm gonna say Falcons. I'm gonna say let them Falcons. The defense ends they got that they won the draft on defense.
And I like the safety they got too with Watts in the fourth. He good pick. I'm
And
You
get
a
got that dude from Ole Miss, huh?
so I'm a I might be the minority on this one. I know I will be. I like the Steelers draft.
Huh?
I like the Steelers draft because they hear me out.
Yeah,
The
huh?
Steelers, the reason I don't think they picked Shador, here's why. They went through a lesson with Kenny Pickett in a weak quarterback class. They overpicked the quarterback that had bad attitude and mad confidence issues. And they said we want for to do it again. So this time they just took the best player available. I love the defensive tackle they got. He can replace Cam Hayward. Cam Hayward can mentor him and bring him along slowly. I love Jack Sawyer. I love that pick. And Caleb
yeah,
Johnson.
I agree.
Caleb Johnson is going to be their starting running back, and he's going to be honestly, he's going to be could potentially be an upgrade over Najee. So I like what they did. Will Howard's cool. He might could develop into something, but the inclination I got with their draft, they didn't want to piss Aaron Rodgers off. A-Rod is on the way. They ain't
He better be.
no, he better be. No, if A-Rod ain't on the way, I'm
I
gonna put
don't
them
know,
on
man.
the L list. But to me, they didn't want to piss him off. They didn't want to pull the Kirk Cousins. You know how Kirk got mad because of Michael Penix.
Yeah.
Now, do I think after Shador got past them after Jack Sawyer, they could have traded up? Yes, but it's obvious they didn't really like him. And a lot of teams really didn't. But I had Steelers, and my number two team as far as winners was the Patriots. I love what the Patriots did, getting Will Campbell, getting Kyle Williams, shoring up the whole side of the ball, and their draft really epitomized what Mike Vrabel is: toughness, physical football.
Yeah.
I think that draft could be the pillar of changing the culture moving forward. So those are my two.
I like that Jack Sawyer pick too. He was really one of the persons I looked at throughout the whole draft. Was like, when is he gonna get picked? I think he physical. I like him. For me, I would say the Panthers. Now, a lot of people may not agree with that, but the Panthers showed me this draft that they believe in Bryce Young. They drafted two receivers. They drafted T Mac, which I feel about T Mac, but he could still turn out to be a really good one. T Mac drafted a tight end,
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Horn, and Trevor Etienne. So and like a guard or something like that. So all in there, that just showed me that they believe in Bryce Young. They're going to build around him. They're going to give him a shot. So I really think, obviously they're not going to win 12 games. But I think that if Bryce Young shows a lot of progression, that they're going to continue to go with him. Because we know last year it was like him, then Dalton, and he came back and performed well. So I think they really invested in him this year, and I like what they did right there.
I mean, 9 to 10 games get you the South.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's not
get you the
hard.
South. Yeah,
I got him at 8, but we're going to see. I got him at 8.
yeah, that's in contention.
I got him at 6. I got him at 6.
Oh man.
I think I got him at 9. I think if I got to look at the schedule before I say this, before I keep cut creeps. But if their schedule is a 4-play schedule, and Bryce Young continues doing what he was doing last year, I just go back to a quote that Mon Shumpert said on the podcast. He getting disrespectful. He got disrespectful in Atlanta when he threw the no-look game winner.
Yeah.
So that told me, he feel like he back in Bama. But who you got, Voss? Who you think?
All right. So I put some thought into it. I'm going to go with Seattle Seahawks. With this one, I feel like they got them some high character players. I love the running back.
Martinez.
Yeah, Martinez, Jalen Milrow might be a sneaky good pick down the line, kind of like a la Jalen Hurts. I really like what they did with their draft. It sets them up pretty nice. Maybe not this year, but in the next year and the year after that, it sets them real up. It feels kind of like they'll build a team. Now, my second one was, and this is a sneaky one, the Giants pick.
Oh, yeah. They were my top 5. They were my top 5.
Jackson Dart. Jackson
Yeah.
Dart.
Jackson Dart.
Even beside the Jackson Dort one, he did get. I give Midnight his props. He was in the
First
first
round.
round. He wasn't top 10 though. That's all that I
Hey,
care
hey,
about.
Yeah,
hey, hey,
Yeah,
he
well,
hey,
had
hey,
Jackson
listen.
Dart to the Giants. He just couldn't predict the trade up. We gonna
Yeah, I give him that. But
Hey,
I love the end they got.
yeah.
oh
Like I
yeah,
feel
Look,
like
yeah.
he's a
Carter.
different. Yeah,
Yeah, they whole
and
they front four nice though. It just depends. Can Thibodeau stay healthy and play on the field, dog? 'Cause they got
yeah,
Burns
exactly.
already. They
I
got
Yeah.
trade
Burns.
Thibodeau.
Yeah, I
I ain't gonna
would
pay him.
too.
I let him walk. I wouldn't
yeah,
pay him. I let him walk.
I trade him for if I can get a
Yeah,
third or a second.
yeah.
Mhm.
You
Yeah,
might
See
get
what the
third or
value
fourth
is.
at most. Third or fourth.
yeah, third or fourth. I think is realistic. Another thing to add to that Seahawks one, my favorite pick of theirs, besides Milrow, was the safety
That safety,
because a
yep.
person
Yep.
bought this up too. The guy came from Baltimore. He had Kyle Hamilton. Wow, my dog, y'all.
Mhm.
He came from Baltimore. He drafted his version of Kyle Hamilton, and this guy is more athletic and is a freak.
Mhm.
Ran in a 4.38, 6'3", and he's just scratching the surface on what he could be. So I think that pick
Right.
and the O lineman. The thing about the O lineman they got, he could play all five. So whatever the need they got, and right now I think number one need for Seattle is guard. But if somebody gets hurt, he could play center, he could play tackle, and he's a boom and bust pick coming from North Dakota State. But if he hits, yeah,
Mhm.
I definitely agree. And I definitely agree with the Giants too. But yeah, I think it wasn't too many teams I said were losers in this one as I thought it would be. Usually you lead the draft like, man, that team, I don't know who was drafted for them.
Right.
But I will say this before we got to talk about this just because it was the biggest story of the weekend. I'll bring this up first. Mel Kiper retire, retire, bro. You
Hey, he
I
making
don't
money,
know
man.
what Dion paid you. I don't know what Dion he zelled you, cashed out you or something. But you were acting like his agent.
You really was.
He was advocating for that man to get drafted in the first, second, third, fourth.
Yeah.
But I got to get y'all thoughts on Shadur Sanders, the fall to Cleveland. We're gonna start with Midnight. He's one of the people that's been hard on Shadur during the process. What was,
He said he getting his throat ready, bro.
Listen, no did it. What they showed him was you're not above the program. Now, I feel like he should have took the interviews more seriously
Oh
into that
yeah.
process. He wouldn't have thought he was just like, man, I'm the shit. Like, really, I'm the stuff. Y'all need me, I don't need y'all mentality. And they said, we're gonna show you. And they showed him. His daddy said, my son ain't going to Cleveland Browns in 2018. They showed you. He ain't Cleveland. So it's a lesson. A lot of players, like Dom
yeah,
said, a lot of them coming up with the mindset like, oh, y'all need me, y'all need me. No, you're not a butter program. This is not the NBA. We will show you.
Yeah.
We will humble you. And he been humbled.
yeah,
So he got a chance to start at Cleveland because Deshaun Watson out for some odd reason again. Joe Flacco might start a couple games. He got a chance to be the starter. I think he'd be Dylan Gabriel out. I think that pick was just a random pick. I'm sorry that he got in the wildfire. That sorry, TJ man. He not gonna make the
Oh
team
no,
probably.
hey, you know
He
how I
might
feel about
he
Dylan
might not
Gabriel.
he might not make the team. That was like a weird pick to get to
Oh,
quarterback.
well, the rumor was Dylan Gabriel, Cleveland staff was at the Senior Bowl. Then
Yeah.
Dylan Gabriel impressed them on the field as well as with the X's and O's. So he was
Yeah.
working head to
I can
head
see
with
X and
Stefanski.
O's.
I mean that's cool, but it's like Cleveland can be like, man, it can be a shit show. Let's be honest. They
I
got to sit
honestly
there.
think Kenny Pickett's the odd one out here.
Oh yeah, he gone. He
Yeah,
Yeah, he
definitely
yeah.
gone.
gone. They
Which is
declined the
weird
fifth
because
year
they
option.
traded a fifth for him.
Yeah, he
Yep.
Yeah.
definitely gone. He definitely gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he'd be the odd man out here.
But I think if anything, Gabriel might be the third quarterback because Deshaun not playing this year. He's
Yeah,
still
the shot.
recovering from surgery.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it just clear. I just feel like that was a. I mean, I'm glad he got drafted, but if he would have did everything the right way, I think he'd been a top 10 pick. He
Oh
probably won
yeah,
at
for
21,
sure.
but
I
he just
don't
was in
know
there
about
just.
that.
You think so?
I
I
would say so.
go
So
ahead, go ahead.
I don't think he helped himself at all. Not gonna lie to you.
Mm-hmm.
Rumors came out he came to the interviews with like a battleship game. It was basically trying to play his strategy and play with the coaches, and the coaches like, "Sir, we just want to talk football." That didn't help
Wow.
him at all. I don't know if y'all saw that, but that didn't help him at all. But I also feel like there was some bias toward Dion, and a lot of the
Yeah.
GMs and stuff just don't want to deal with Dion. Now, is that
Yeah.
fair to do that to his son? I don't think so, but we all know about the Eli Manning stuff, whatever. I think for Shador, basically the Browns told him, "We want you. We knew we could have got you earlier, but we got to show you something." Now, am I okay with that? Not really, because you got people like Baker Mayfield that did the same stuff and even worse. That still got drafted, but his ceiling, Baker Mayfield's ceiling was probably higher than Shador.
Yeah, strong.
I still think he should have got drafted second, third round. I mean, to be in the fifth round after what he did is crazy. But
Yeah,
hey, he's in a good situation. Deshaun Watson, honestly, he would probably never play football again just for the stuff he's done in his injuries. Kenny Pickett, they declined his fifth-year option. He's probably about to get shipped out anyway. Quentin Gabriel, left-handed quarterback, like Kyle Murray
Good
size, he's not
intangibles,
gonna
but
make
not.
it.
I don't really see the physicals. Yeah,
Right, at Oregon he
good
was
back.
good, but what do we do? Screenplays, jet sweeps all the time. So
Mm-hmm.
I think Shador is like give it a year or two, learn from Joe Flacco, he'd be number one quarterback. But sometimes
yeah,
they gotta take you through that to show you like, hey, your pops don't run this. And I don't know if y'all saw this either, but it was a report that Dion may be interviewing for the quarterback job. I mean,
Yeah, I
quarterback,
heard about. I think that was
something like
fake. I
that.
think that was fake. I think that was fake.
I mean, if they doing that and they already drafted Shador, they kind of knew what they were doing. I mean, that's just
Right.
me.
yeah.
So let me go before you, real quick, Vosky. So I think Shador made two big mistakes, and I actually Shiloh thought it was Shador mistake. One of them was, and he fixed it immediately. Dion should not have been his agent slash advisor throughout the whole process, because the agent would have been talking to these teams, advocating for him in the background. Would essentially been what Mel Kiper was doing on ESPN, but what he's supposed to do in the background.
Yeah.
That was his number one issue. Number two, this is a job interview. The combine is a job interview. The Senior Bowl was a potential job interview. The East Shrine Bowl was a potential job interview.
But
You
you have to
didn't
have
take
fun.
none of them
When it,
serious.
he have to having fun with jury on, laughing in Dallas.
But
Like
a lot of a
he
lot
had a
of players
party.
don't do that though.
You,
I mean,
I'm
but
saying,
it's
I'm saying
like
this. You could do that
Cam
if you Travis Hunter. You could
Yeah.
Cam
do
ain't
that
do
if
it
you
though.
Cam Ward.
Cam ain't do
You
it.
could do that
Well,
if you a dual card. If I'm top three
I
guaranteed,
ain't gonna let down.
No, no, I
We
don't
did
even
thought so.
think Cam Ward could have got
Yeah,
away with that.
yeah. Cam Ward.
yeah, Cam Ward was still. Cam Ward took all the interviews serious. Cam
We
Ward,
had the interviews for sure. He should have took
yeah,
it.
interviews. I feel like, and then the meeting with Brian Daboll, and apparently y'all were talking X's and O's, and you didn't seem coachable.
He's not
That's
coachable.
a
I don't
super
think
red
coachable.
flag.
I don't think
Yeah,
coachable though.
That's fair.
If
that's
they trying to get Dion to be offensive coordinator in the next level, you're not coachable.
No, I don't think Dion gonna take it. I think
I
Dion.
don't think he
I still
will.
yeah.
don't
He
think
wants
Dion's
head coach.
interested in NFL, and I just don't think NFL really showed me. I don't think Dion's gonna be an NFL coach. They can't handle his attitude.
Yeah, probably not.
And I also think the main thing is, if I'm Shador, you fail, it's cool, but like you said, like we all say, you can win that. We can win this job if you are who you say you are, and you are. You just got to come in there, be humble, put your head down, work. The good thing is, most of Cleveland locker room like you already.
Yeah,
They already saying welcome to the team. They ain't even tweet nothing for Gabriel. I ain't see Miles Garrett and them put nothing for Gabriel. It was just, oh, okay.
Man, because he just got in a crossfire. I feel bad for the kid. He just got
Yeah,
in
yeah,
I
Gabriel
feel
is
bad for
like
Gabriel.
he
Gabriel
just
is
got
like
away.
the coach's son. Like, just like, come on, come to the team. We'll try you out. You know
Yeah.
how that goes.
And when I saw the Gabriel, people like, oh, that's a cool little. If Shador wasn't there and they picked Gabriel, we all
Yeah, I
been
bet.
like,
Yeah.
we would be like, that's a
yeah,
reach. But at least we would have said, oh, he killed at the Senior Bowl. The staff like him. He
But
could
it's
develop
like,
yeah,
behind Joe
yeah,
Flacco.
they could got a running back with their draft pick or something because they Chubb ain't coming back.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I do agree with that. That was one thing I think they draft.
yeah. They needed a running back.
Yeah, but I think main thing for sure, they'll come in, be humble, and just work.
Stay
You
off
put in
social
the work.
media, bro. Stay off social media, bro. Just work.
Yeah, yeah.
Cut that social
Just
media
work.
off.
I'm gonna say this: it's gonna be hard for him to stay off his social media because his brother is a beast at social media.
He's
So
creative, yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
look. You stay with dad in Colorado. I need to work. It need to be straight
Yeah,
working. The old mentality of working. My bad, Boston.
exactly.
Go ahead, bro.
Oh no. Penn pretty much said what I was gonna say. Uh Man, this league has a way to humble you. I First of all, I think an agent really would have gauged his value from the jump because I don't know if it was Dion. It had to be Dion.
yeah,
There was
damn.
some disconnect between Dion and the NFL personnel because there's not a 5 round difference
And
for
yeah,
Mhm.
where
yeah,
you
where
started.
you think somebody gonna
Yeah,
go?
yeah,
That's a
for
big
where
one.
you did.
That's a big one.
That
Unless
makes a
you had a
difference.
case
That's true.
or you had
Yeah,
a
you can.
serious injury.
Man,
Man, what?
who was it? Old boy caught a body and he didn't fall that far.
Man,
Who?
Jalen
Somebody,
Carter had an
Jalen Carter
incident
got
with
one nine
somebody.
picks.
Jalen
Hey,
Carter
hey,
equals
I ain't gonna lie.
fell
I ain't
10
gonna lie. He
spots.
did. He did. And
He
he
fell
not
10
lying.
spots.
he
Hey, I ain't
got
gonna lie to you. I ain't
he
gonna lie to
caught
you.
a
Even Larry
caught
Thompson,
a
he got high.
body and
Larry
he
Thompson
didn't
got high
fall
on
that far.
camera. Larry
Ain't
Thompson
no
got high on
15
camera
picks.
one day.
Larry Thompson
Yeah.
got 15 picks. That's it.
So he was high in those picks, you know. So he's not lying.
Oh man.
He even Kareem Hunt and Tyree Hill did stuff and went
yeah,
third round. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He
Tyreek
did
Hill
yeah.
was
did stuff.
rejected. Second went
But
third. Kareem Hunt
I'm
was
saying
rejected. Third went fifth. Like,
I'm telling what
But
happened
I
though.
do have a question. I was quite puzzled because I think it was on Bleach Report. I seen a image of the head coach, the GM, and I think one
For
of
the
the
Browns, oh, yeah,
for the
they ain't want their
assistants
pick.
look miserable picking them. So does that leads me to
Yeah.
wonder if they
it
didn't
was
pick
on the
them,
fifth.
was it the owners? Oh, okay, that was what
I
I
think
was
it
He
was
wanted
looking
to
on the
sell
into
jerseys.
too.
He wanted
Probably
to sell
so.
jerseys. He wanted to sell jerseys this year.
That's
Yeah.
I'll
The
be
owner
honest
probably
with
was
you.
pissed off by Gabriel. He was like, "What we doing?"
She
Yeah,
got
he was
running
good.
backs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, yeah, you do got a point.
Yeah,
I
but I
could
ain't
I
lying.
could picture the owner like Dylan Gabriel should do it right here.
But I'm gonna tell you something. He probably went in and said, "Look, he said, Shadir, do like I did. Go in there. Say I'm not interviewing for none of y'all." But he said the Giants don't interview for them anyway. I ain't like the back in the day anyway. That big old book. I ain't learning all that stuff. I ain't gonna be when y'all draft me. They probably did the same thing Deion did in
Yeah.
80 in 85. And what 89? What year you got drafted? 90 something? He did the same thing
Yeah,
Deion did on his draft. And it did not work out. They said, we're gonna show you something. They made a jump out of that boy. He got it. I mean,
I
I hate
think
it
the
happened, but
problem is that's the difference between, and I mean we do like Shador.
yeah, we do.
That's the
Nah.
difference between
Hmm.
popularity and actual getting into the playbook and actually knowing what the
Yeah,
person is worth. Because popularity would say he was a top 10 pick. I mean, I don't think none of us thought he was going to the fifth round.
Yeah, no,
no,
none of it.
I
But
thought
yeah, he
maybe
definitely
early
got taken.
second at latest.
But,
Right.
but think about popularity versus what the league saw. Cam
Right.
Ward won, and I barely heard people talk about him.
Yeah.
This is the least talked about number one pick I have ever seen.
Oh yeah.
But
This
Well,
Cam
is
Ward does
quarterback
not count.
class
somebody
is weak
great. There
though,
was a
man.
report the end of the week, the end of the draft, saying that if they were to combine this class with last year's class, Cam Ward would probably be the seventh quarterback taken off the board.
I
yeah,
think
I mean,
Cam Ward probably would have went.
third or
I,
fourth round. He would have
yeah,
came
Yeah.
last year.
I
Yeah,
think
if this
Cam Ward would have
this
went
time
third
last
round.
year,
Yeah,
Right.
there was an argument that he'd be a third round pick. So
Yeah,
this was a weaker class overall, and I think
Very weak.
Shador should have
benefited from it.
took the room of
yeah.
the temp. Well, he should have took the temperature of the room, and
Man, you should take
like
all advantage.
I'm a
Take all
firm
advantage.
believer of the process for you to be NFL, like to be NFL ready to the interviews and all that is a precursor to where you get drafted. Like most people don't really look at your tape. I'll be honest with you. There's a couple of GMs that don't look at tape. They just
Yeah,
want to what you do
yeah.
on the interview, what you do in the combine, and what you do with that. For you not to have any of that and have
Even,
an attitude,
but
and
Even Hunter did he did the combine. He did the
that
combine.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like
took the series, did the
you didn't
interviews.
have to do the combine. I would really wanted you to do the Senior Bowl though. That's
Yeah,
where get some
Yeah, do
people some
something. I
tape
understand
with
that.
some.
and
Yeah,
you can see yourself being coachable. They coaching you up.
His daddy told him,
yeah.
"You ain't doing nothing else. You ain't doing nothing else, boy. We getting ready for the draft. We ain't doing nothing extra." That what Deion
They
told him.
they went off. I honestly think they went off the belief of there's only two quarterbacks that are really good, Shador and War. So you're gonna have to draft one. They've been because every year there's been about 3 to 4 quarterbacks taken in the first round. So
And
under
one of
that
them that we shocked by.
pretense,
Right.
yeah. One is usually one shocker, and then the two best quarterback.
And
Mm-hmm.
Shador,
Dart to go.
yeah, Shador thought he was one of those top two, so he thought no matter what,
They
I'm a
gonna give
first
me.
round pick.
Yeah, my first round. Yep.
And
I
Yeah,
mean, let's be
meanwhile, Dart
honest.
capitalized off the Senior Bowl. Dart did
Yeah.
all the process. Did the
all
did,
of
Tyler Shoke from the Saints. He did
Yeah.
everything.
I
Did
mean,
the
that boy,
combine. Did
he ain't been
the Bowl.
drafted. He ain't been
But
drafted.
let's
Yeah,
be honest.
he came out of left field.
Let's
He
be
ain't
honest.
been drafted.
We all thought it was Cam and Shador at the end of the day.
Yeah,
We
we're not.
pretty much all thought that.
And
You
we
know.
did see Jackson Dart creeping. I'm like, he
Yeah.
might get late first. I
I
did
said
see
Dart.
Jackson Dart creep.
I've been
But
saying
that
Dart
guy
since the year
y'all
of the
I,
drafted,
process.
Vosky, I don't know what to say, bro. I'm just
Y'all
saying.
see some I ain't see, huh?
Like, man,
So
He'll go see.
I'm a firm believer. This is why when everybody was saying we were gonna get Shador, I'm like, our GM doesn't like hotheads at QB.
Mm,
And if he's over there bombing interviews, I'm like, that's a no.
yeah,
I thought he
and I,
going to Pittsburgh. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Like I said, that
I'm too
that
excited.
bombing interviews thing, like I don't know if he
Yeah.
was sandbagging or what, did disinterested, that'll kill you faster than anything else.
and I think look, I don't know if y'all remember Hard Knocks when they showed Jaden Daniels interview with the Giants. You could come off confident, but
Yeah.
still intelligent and looking coachable. Jaden Daniels, when that
Hmm.
Brian Daboll, he gave the play back to him. Brian Daboll said, "Who the first one you supposed to hit, and what you gonna do?" He said, "Throw a touchdown." And Brian Daboll knew he was talking about the slot fade on the route, but he said, "Throw a touchdown." And Brian Daboll was like, "I like that answer."
But see,
So
Brian Daboll, yeah, he know he wanted though. He know he was gonna give neighbors though. They weren't trying to get Jay Daniels.
yeah,
They
but
but he
but
get
the fact that
he get
Daniels
all
still
he
took
get
that
all them hard
serious,
chance though. He get all them hard time. Even on hard knocks,
yeah,
he get all them boys a
Hmm.
hard time. He gave neighbors a hard time too. He drafted neighbors.
and Drake May.
Right.
But Brian Daboll is just trying to see what's your knowledge.
Yeah.
Right.
How do you
And what can
respond
you
to me
take?
challenging you as a coach?
Cause
Yeah.
his offense, I ain't
Exactly.
like his offense is really complicated. I was like, yeah.
No,
When he had
they go.
Keon Coleman on there, send it back to him. I said, yeah. Call, but give me my route in the huddle. Give me my route. Look, I ain't studying all that. Give me my route. What I need to do? I need to go a slant. What? Tell my route every play in the huddle. Look, do like
Yeah,
Jalen do the behind the back. Show me what I need to go to. I ain't got time for that. Talking about
but
X,
yeah,
Y,
we
Z. Yeah.
but
Nah,
we
nah.
like I said, that was our thoughts on Shador, the draft. Overall, it was a good weekend. Can't complain. Some teams did well. I don't think there was no losers so far. I always feel like it's too early to say losers because I always go back to remember the Seattle Seahawks.
Cowboys. Cowboys
Oh
are
yeah.
losing.
They had Bobby
Cowboys.
Wagner, Russell Wilson, and it was another Bruce Irvin. F. And you like looking back,
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, y'all was some idiots. But
Hmm.
Yep.
that's why I said giving losers out too early. I don't feel like we should do that. But
I'm
That'll
taking
hurt.
let's
Dallas.
talk a little
Dallas
NBA.
losing.
So I gotta say this. I just gotta say this, man. Shannon cried, Luca tired, and LeBron about to retire. T Wolves in 5.
Woo.
T Wolves in 5.
Look, he said,
So
Ant-Man, Batman, I don't give a damn, man. Hey, somebody said, I'm going to jail. They said, they say, Gil Reeves in hell. And they said,
Oh
LeBron needs some
wow.
bail. They said, T Wolves in 5.
Damn,
but yeah,
man.
I definitely think I don't think none of us I thought T Wolves I said it before, I thought they went in 6. I didn't see them dominating this series to this measure. And I
Man,
dang sure didn't see Rudy Gobert looking like prime Bill Russell in
man,
game 5.
that dude had 27, 24. I said, yeah, y'all need to quit.
Y'all cooked.
Yeah.
Y'all
Cook.
cooked.
Yeah.
And I really was like, oh, that's checkmate. And then so I learned. I'll start it off. What I learned was, well, for one, Finch is every bit as a good coach as I thought he was. Because I thought
Mm-hmm.
that the Lakers didn't have the advantage in coaching like they did. People complain about Darvin Ham, but I think Darvin Ham would have got him two,
Yeah, got
at
him
least
three.
Yeah.
two.
They probably
Yeah,
won the
well,
series.
I don't know.
They
It
probably won the
might not.
I don't
series.
know with Luka.
Nah,
I don't
can't
know
It'd
say
have
with
been
Luka.
that.
tough.
Can't say that.
It'd
Yeah.
have been
Yeah,
tough because Darvin Ham, he came up with some kind of defensive scheme. I just don't think like Memphis. I mean, not Memphis. Timberwolves proved that they were the better team. Like
Yeah. And they can counter every
whatever
line
they
that they had.
wanted, they really got, and they didn't have. Whereas the Lakers had to struggle for everything they got.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Anthony Edwards got whatever he wanted when he wanted. The only thing that stopped him was he takes too many threes.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
last game he did. He
Yeah,
was
like
over
there
10.
was that. Yeah, he kept chucking them threes, and I really think they shot the Lakers back into it because it could have got ugly.
And
Mm-hmm.
Julius Randle, I owe you an apology. I
Oh
apologize.
yeah.
You
Nah,
know,
no,
you
you
know school,
don't. No, you
school you went
don't.
to, right? You know school you went to, right?
No, you
You know
don't.
school you went to, right? You know school you went to,
Not for
right?
no 1 year.
You know school you went to, right?
Kentucky.
Nah, bro.
But
Kentucky. That's
I,
what I'm
I
saying.
owe Julius an apology. I said going into this, I thought he'd be the weak link. He
For
proved
one
he was a
series,
strength.
Yeah, he balled
well,
out.
I think the
But
Grizzlies,
I ain't gonna lie though, bro.
Were a real bad
BT
matchup for the
was.
Lakers.
See,
Yeah, I
I
mean
ain't
not
gonna
the
lie.
Grizzlies. I don't know
Hey, I ain't
why I
gonna lie
keep
to you,
calling
bro.
them.
Hey, they seen Luca. They said we're gonna switch. Everybody gonna switch on Luca. They
Yep.
said they said
Everybody.
out of 15 drives, he give up 9 of 15.
Yep.
That's
9 out of
18 points.
15 blow bys.
That's not.
Ooh.
That's 18 points, dog.
Yeah, and Julius was sitting there mismatch hunting, and they even threw LeBron on him. He scored on LeBron a couple times, so I'm sitting here
Hey,
like, there
I ain't
really
gonna
ain't
lie.
nobody
Yeah,
on the court that
Julius
can
is
guard
I
him.
ain't, I ain't gonna lie, dog. I seen they had I seen one play. They had Rudy Gobert down there with Luke. I said barbecue chicken. Man, throw him the ball every time. He ain't finna foul. He
yeah.
ain't gonna guard you. You gonna just go. When I said that boy had 27, 24, I said, man, you need to fire your man. See, best LeBron for though. He want to get his buddy on the podcast, be a head coach. Now he looking stupid. Then he ain't play no
But
Jackson Hayes.
I
You didn't
this
play.
mean,
You
was
had
a
no.
this
You had
was
it's
no.
a
his first
personnel
year, bro.
decision. This
But
was
yeah,
a personnel
you had
problem.
no
You don't
big
have
man.
a
I don't.
center.
But that's
Yeah,
your
they
fault
don't
though.
have a
You
true
gave your
center.
center for. You gave up your center. You didn't get a center back. You just took Luca. You didn't get.
And then
You
the
didn't.
Lakers rescinded the Mark Williams trade because of physicals. If I'm the GM, I'm looking like, man, let me see them physicals. Man, if he can play the
Yeah,
next
what
5
went
years,
wrong
I'm
with that?
cool.
Exactly.
Man, that's
Like,
like that's a Lakers fault, bro. They decided they should have got more than just let's get Luca. You should have got more than Luca. You should have got a big man too. Like you needed that. So that's their fault. I don't feel no pity for them. Okay,
yeah, I
C
Oh
one
think
and
no, I
four.
don't either.
Okay, C one
I
and
think
four.
what
Okay,
my
C
number
one and
one thing
four.
that killed the series was, I think, last game, not game
I
5,
think
game 4.
game
When
four. Yeah,
you
they came back. Came
when you
back.
played them 24 minutes and you didn't win, because
Uh-huh.
you was giving up the next game. You was gonna give it up because you played them
Yeah.
24 minutes. They were gonna be tired.
Yeah.
And basically, you
Yeah.
were saying we're gonna go all out to get it 2-2. We're gonna give up the next game because we know we're gonna be too tired, but we're gonna come back, win the next one, and win the other ones. But it's like you lost that game. You went all out and it didn't work.
Yeah.
And in the next game,
Killing your stars in the process.
But
yeah,
it was
and
about
Yeah.
12 points and still lost, dog.
yeah, and to me, going into the fourth of game 4, you up by 9 points. Why not alternate a little bit? Give LeBron a 2 minute to a minute and 30 second at least breather. Alternate him
Halftime
a
or
little
something.
bit. Like you can't hold the lead for 2 minutes.
You know who that sound like though?
Ooh.
Cool.
Thibodeau. Tibbs.
It really does sound like
Tibbs,
Tibbs.
Tibbs wasn't that bad though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Chicago.
like
Tibbs just got
you
bad. He
can't
wasn't
really,
bad like that in Chicago though. He rescued in Chicago. I don't know how Tibbs got that bad. That didn't play the rest.
Nah, he didn't rest you there. D Rose would still be playing if he didn't. If he would have rested him.
yeah, he ain't lying. D Rose would have. D Rose might have had some
I
championship
knew it
rings
was
with somebody.
insane when Joakim Noah got no knees right now in retirement. No
Man, but
knees.
man, look, he got 2 championships in college. Though. That's all that matters. And got some good money. That's all that matters.
Yeah,
That's
he'll
all
get you
that matters.
paid. He'll
Hey,
get you paid.
he got
So
Butler got paid too, dog.
so we gonna talk about the Lakers later, but let's focus on the T Wolves. Moving forward, the T Wolves obviously potentially could see the Warriors or Houston.
Hey, question though, Don. For that
Mhm.
said. So
Yeah.
so is no more of the higher seed in the conference get the lower seed no more? That's
Mm-mm.
gone.
No, it's
That's
a bracketed thing.
Yeah, it's a
that,
bracket now.
cause like that. I thought we was get the Warriors though. I ain't tripping who we got. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I thought when you high, it's going to be the one seed
That
then.
actually made me good for y'all.
I
I
mean,
was about
because
to
y'all
say,
get
y'all really good.
Jokic. I love Yoke, but he
Yeah,
don't. Him and Murray the only thing that's cooking over there right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
But man, they really getting Clippers fist right now. Clippers can do no with them boys.
I know that Murray
So,
pick and roll is still one of the hardest thing to guard in basketball. So, but I think
yes.
OKC is built for pick and roll. As
Oh yeah,
long
we good on that. We
I'm about to say
gonna switch
Jokic's
that.
gonna kill that series. I ain't gonna lie. Havenstein gonna be in some trouble. But
Yeah.
as long as you keep MPJ, Aaron Gordon, and make sure Murray don't go for 30 to 25, keep him at 20 to 15, you should be good.
But no,
The
I
Clippers,
just didn't. I just
James
didn't know the
Harden.
changes.
I'm going to be that guy with, I know Oklahoma.
Mhm.
I'm starting to worry about SGA. As is, he's not as scoring as easy as he was in the what you call. And Memphis isn't known as a great
Bro, we're
defense.
blowing them out
They're
already. I mean,
they're
ain't nothing
far
scoring.
from. I'm just saying with the degree of difficulty that he's
But,
scoring with in particular, like Jalen Williams is fine.
but when
Shit,
you blowing people out by 30, you ain't got to
Shed is
score.
even better than fine. Like I'm
When
sitting
Mhm.
you
there
blowing
like
people out,
the
you ain't got to
team's
score loud.
good. I'm just like once you play a real good team, like let's say
Mm-hmm.
who will they play in the
Second
let's
round would be
say
Denver
You play
Clippers.
Denver
second
the Clippers.
round. Well, I mean, if it's the Nuggets, I wouldn't worry about it. Clippers might pose them a
Yeah,
real
they put
problem.
Kawhi.
I don't see
Okay, you
Clippers
can
gonna
put
win.
Kawhi on.
I don't see Clippers
Yeah,
gonna win. I don't
Clippers
see the
would.
Clippers gonna win though.
Yeah, Clippers might pose a real problem in the second round.
Yeah, I don't
Mm-hmm.
see Clippers beating the Nuggets. I ain't gonna lie. 'Cause they got man. Westbrook scoring 21 off the bench, man, it's a real problem.
I'll give you that. But do you think? Let's focus on the T-Wolves. Do you think if the T-Wolves, let's just say they get the Warriors?
They're gonna be the Warriors tail. They're gonna be the Warriors tail. Because the
And
Warriors.
let's think about this from Anthony Edwards' standpoint. In a 2-year span, he would have went through Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Stephen Curry.
No. You forgot one, Don. It was.
Nikola Jokic too.
Yeah, it was KD. It was Jokic. Then it was LeBron.
Then it's
Steph Curry.
Steph.
And so I'm a WWE fan. I don't know if y'all remember.
Doncic.
Yeah, Doncic too. Well, no. Yeah, Doncic. I forget about Doncic. Yeah, this one too. But I'm a WWE fan. I don't know if y'all remember Randy Orton when he first got there and what his name was. He was a legend killer. Are we gonna name Anthony Edwards the legend killer? If
He's a monk killer too. He's a big monk
Yeah,
killer too, though. He's a big
Yeah.
monk killer too, man. And he killed big monk.
diabolical. But
I like the young boy, man.
like, to me, if I'm Adam Silver, if he beats the Warriors, that's my face. And I don't care what Anthony Edwards say. I'm putting him on all my commercials.
I mean, you see this work he did
pushing it to the
with
moon.
Ice-T?
Yeah, man, you see that little commercial? He was up in there. It was like, Anthony Edwards, what you think about when you in there? He's like, shoot, what I'm gonna do next time? I'm like
Duncan.
I just like Duncan. I'm like, yeah, I think.
Nice, man.
But do y'all think the T-Wolves are a serious contender, or are they just
They're serious.
conference championship? If they catch up,
I think this year I think that nobody expected them to make it because Cat was gone. So I think expectation this year was like, if we make it, we make it. But since we made it, now
I think that's
they're
serious.
very serious contender.
Yeah,
do you
Now
think you
they-
see them going to the finals, or you think conference championship? Let's go there first.
So
Conference
I think they could go to the finals if, and this is a big if, as long as first things first, I think Curry's gonna be their biggest test because the way they run their offense, it'll be a lot tougher for them to. And then I keep forgetting that Golden State's the number one defense since they had Jimmy Butler.
Yeah,
So
they
this
switch
ain't it's no longer a cakewalk there, and they're a lot more athletic. Like the Lakers didn't have no wings that they could throw at Anthony Davis and stay in front of him. And like I said, like we all said, Luka Doncic is a net negative on defense. With no rim protector too, you're bound to get. Draymond can stay in front of him though.
Yeah,
But
Draymond's
man,
gonna be.
it's that bench. It's that bench though. It's that bench. It's like Buddy Hield can.
Golden
Buddy Hield
State's
give you-
bench is pretty solid too, though.
Mm,
Like they're
Buddy
not.
Hield been
They're not.
struggling though, man.
They did Post. That boy that name Post. Who they got? Post. That center guy they got. He nice, but other than that, man, them boys ain't. I think Lakers. The Warriors got more experience. Then
I think it really
then
depends
the
on
Rockets.
Steph Curry health though. He
Been crying by his thumb. He been crying by the thumb.
Yeah.
Don't look good.
I think Jimmy gonna be the most important player in that series because when Steph on the bench, somebody who can carry the minute.
Yeah.
I think Jimmy gonna be important, and if you're Minnesota, unlike the Lakers series where you had Luka to hunt, do you try to hunt Curry? Do you try to get the switches with Curry on?
Oh yeah, you got to hit his hand every time.
Curry's a willing defender though. He's not.
Yeah, he's not a cone like Luka.
Yeah, he's not a pass.
He gonna run in
defender.
front. He gonna run in front. You put your hand behind the back, but he gonna try to. He gonna try.
And then Golden State, I'm more than positive Golden State's gonna run them out of that big lineup.
Oh yeah, they're gonna
Go
have to
Gobert. So you think
Gobert and
I don't know though, bro. I think if they keep the same core, because they got switched to the other four. I don't think I'm worried about Draymond. Like, really, he gonna shoot.
And that split action. Draymond was
split
passing.
action.
Yeah.
I'm
Now,
about that.
I will say this because this is the next series we're gonna talk about. Are we overlooking the Rockets? Or do we not think they could push it to 7?
Next year, bro. Next year,
I
bro.
think they're gonna push it.
next year.
Yeah,
Okay.
next year, bro. That first year they in. We're gonna me and Jay. I'm gonna holler at Jalen Green. We're gonna jump shot next year.
I don't know. Jalen Green can be there. We got to debate. We don't think Jalen Green. I don't think Jalen Green gonna be there. I think that boy can send to Phoenix.
Yeah, exactly.
You think, man? Nobody want KD for it, bro. Nobody want. That's a hassle to get KD.
Send him
I
to
don't see
Phoenix
why
for
y'all
KD.
want KD so
You know what I'm
much.
saying? That's a hassle, though. He says it's a hassle, bro.
You
Oh,
give up
I
If I
that
give
whole
up
team.
Jalen
personally
Green
would
and I give them
wait.
their picks back,
I
Man,
would
I'm
I ain't
not
giving
just
him
doing
none of
that.
my
wait and
picks.
see if
I'm not doing
Antetokounmpo
that.
wants out.
No,
Like that'd be
Antetokounmpo
I don't
on
want
bad.
him
Jalen
either.
Green. Oh, his
He
bag is
can't.
packed.
He can't shoot. I don't want Giannis either.
You crazy,
Nah,
man.
sure,
Okay.
I
you
don't
don't
Now
want
want
you
to
Giannis.
steal
crazy.
mine.
I don't want Giannis, bro.
He
He in
good
the
in
way.
I will say this.
defense.
I
Okay.
will say this, though, Vosky. If from a fit scheme point, if I'm getting Giannis, I might trade Thompson.
You gonna have to trade Thompson because you going to two on the
Just
court.
think about it.
They
Both of them can't shoot.
they
Yeah, I would
cannot
try to
shoot.
keep Green at that point and trade Thompson.
I'm sorry.
It's
That's
hard
a
for me to
fact.
do it.
I like Thompson's ceiling a lot more than I like
He can't
Green's.
shoot though, bro.
But if we talk about a fit with Giannis, if we talk about just to win, Jalen Green
I
could
mean,
be there.
they defense be nice, switching off each other. That'd be nice. But him
Oh no,
playing
Yeah.
defense is hell to deal with. It's just I worry. I'm like the space
Good
and
shot.
You
Yeah.
mean to tell me you can run some lineup where you got Giannis at the 5, Sangoon at the 4?
but think about it, you're gonna have to
but
have
both
like two
both
Malik
of them
Beasleys on the floor. You're gonna
right.
need two
Yeah,
Malik
You gonna need
Beasleys.
two shooters. You gonna need two wing shooters
Dylan
too.
Brooks,
It's not hard to
Dylan Brooks
find.
yeah,
solid, but he
yeah. It's
They
not
gotta
hard
go.
to find.
It is hard to find the lead.
Man,
Two
it's
Forty
two
not
wing
hard
percent
to
three
shooters.
point
find,
shooter,
bro.
man.
Man, yes it is.
I'm like, if we
A
talking
spot
about
up
fit,
shooter.
I guess
Giannis
Malik
comes to the equation,
Beasley, I guess, come on to Houston, but
Malik
Yeah,
Beasley, if you get Devo from the Timberwolves, that's easy.
yeah.
man, Devontae ain't going nowhere. He got to come on
Hold
here
up,
and
but if
deal.
I'm the Bucks, I'm asking for Thompson. If I'm trading you Giannis, I want Thompson. I'm not even finna.
yeah,
I'm not
yeah. I
even finna sit
guess
there.
you
Yeah,
got a
I want the
point.
player with the highest ceiling. I mean, you can offer Green, but to me, Green, honestly, in a losing situation, he Bradley Beal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gonna score his 30, but we gonna get our butt whooped every year.
Yeah,
I mean,
So,
I think his first year he got to learn, dog.
Yeah, they young.
it's so here's my thing. I've seen Green with the 38-point thing, and I'm like, I can find that. I could find that. What Thompson does, the motor he has on defense and offense, can't really find that.
mhm.
Hey man, he goes. Hey man, I think Green has got a high ceiling. I'm high on Green, man. You know,
I think Green could be a good player.
Yeah,
His defense and his inconsistency. If he could consistently drop that 20, then
yeah,
cool. My problem is 38, 6, 7, 8. Last 7 days, he been mad inconsistent.
and you
yeah.
know why though? You know why? He couldn't see his kid, man. It messed with his mindset, bro.
But
Dre been playing the mind
these
game.
YNs got so many baby mamas in there. He funny.
Hey
Man,
man,
Dre,
you
Problem.
better pull a Anthony Edwards. You better tune
Yep.
this shit out.
he love his
Start
baby
that
mama, man.
checkbook.
Man, man. You trying to get the bag, right?
Hey man, listen, bro. He a different YN, dog.
8 points. I mean, come on. You can't be single digits.
But
Yeah.
let's go with what was y'all thoughts? Oh, I had to get y'all thoughts on this. Did y'all see the end of the Indiana and Milwaukee game?
Yeah,
That choke job?
Oh, to that.
man.
So they are better than me. The GM is better than me. Doc Rivers would have walked in that locker room and he would have had his papers. I would have looked at him. You might as well go ahead and leave. Don't even do the conference. Don't even do the press conference.
So I'm not even giving him an olive branch. I feel like he's been had that too many years in a row now anyway. But this game in particular right here, I can't account for a dude, the
AJ
ball
Green.
hitting him in the hands, and he decides to.
Man,
I mean it.
y'all about 7 with 30 second level. Y'all should not lose.
Exactly.
Be for real though, AJ Green had the white boy. AJ Green had a J.R. Smith moment because it was two mistakes.
Yeah.
One, the 3-point play on Tyrese Halliburton. You up by 6. Why do you care about him getting 2 points? A layup. You sit there, foul, and makes him a 3-point play, and then you're an 85% free throw shooter. Just let them foul you. Why do you got to throw it to Gary Trent?
Exactly.
For Gary Trent to make a mistake. I'm not even mad at Gary Trent. Without Gary Trent, they don't have that lead. Gary Trent was hotter than
45.
fish grip.
Yeah,
45 points. He had 45 points that game, I think.
Yeah, he was killing them from the 3-point line. So, the Bucks fans, be mad at AJ Green. Do not be mad at Gary Trent. Gary Trent made one mistake, but without him, y'all don't even have that lead. And third of all, Tyrese Halliburton, Dad, what you doing, man? What are you doing?
On God, boy, turned to both games. Game 4 and 5.
Out.
But
Well, he banned now. He banned now for the for
yeah, for the
Oh,
rest
they
of the year.
banned him?
Yeah, with him and the Pacers had a talk. He won't be
coming.
coming to the games.
for a while. They ain't say how long.
Yeah, they said for a minute.
They said indefinitely. Ooh.
Well, listen.
So,
This is last series anyway, so it ain't matter.
so
they ain't going past second rounds.
first question: do we think this is our last time seeing Giannis in a Bucks uniform?
No.
Yes.
No,
I don't.
I think so.
I don't either.
I think so. They
I don't
tried
think
to build around him with some people. They try to bring in Dame.
Dame towards
At this point, yeah. I mean, we tell you Achilles over with. At this point,
30-something anyway.
you're doing it all by yourself, Giannis. And you did good. You got a championship.
Kyle
Go ahead,
Kuzma
take you and your
triple
brother and
zeros.
head out. Yeah, man. Go ahead, take you and your brother and go somewhere, man.
His brother already gone. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, he
I
cut
thought
TA.
he did.
No,
Oh,
they
okay.
cut TA. They been cut TA. TA been got cut.
Oh, that's good. That should have been happening. But it's not.
Hey, wait. Y'all ain't gonna play TA. TA was there for moral support, goddamn
Man, it's people like
Man,
him that is the reason why I couldn't say nothing about Bronny.
it.
I
Hey,
can't
can't
say
forget
shit
about his
about
other
Bronny.
brother,
At
Coach.
least he contributes.
Time
to
to
what?
go, bro.
Waving the towel. Waving the towel.
Oh, and another thing I thought about when watching that series, Kyle Kuzma is the reason why at trade deadline I am not trading for a person that had overinflated garbage time stats on a trash team. I traded Chris Middleton for this shit. This dude was out here giving out Tony Snell numbers,
They
triple zero.
should have traded for Bi.
Yeah.
You're right. They should have traded.
Yeah.
They could have traded Chris. They could have traded Chris Middleton for Bi. Bi would have never give 0-0-0-0 in 2020.
He would have had 9-6, a lot of bricks, but he would have scored some.
Hey, he was like, hey, that's something, man. My boy was out here doing cardio.
Hey, man, he said no fine girls in the audience in Milwaukee, man. He said he was in LA. He had his best years.
And this is why I think Milwaukee ain't got no choice but to tear it down. I'm getting rid of Doc. Giannis, I love you.
Gwen should have got the job. Gwen should have got the job.
Where you want to go? Yeah. What 5 teams you want to go to? I'm gonna try to make it happen. Somebody give me a crazy offer. I gotta send your ass to Cancun. It is whatever. But I'm gonna talk to Giannis. I would trade him because they don't got
fresh off of the old boy from Dallas though. You really want to do that to your fan base?
Oh no, I don't like Dallas. I ain't gonna do it in a thief of the night and not give no warning. We gonna give some signs.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They ain't like Don, but he really don't reason they selling tickets. So he get traded.
Yeah, he really is the only reason they selling tickets. That's
from a business standpoint. But what are you going to accomplish? You're going to be Dame's hurt. So what you going to be what 6 seed?
They got one ring for them now. They got one ring since the 70s.
What they need to do is
Giannis is the best player in their history.
Yeah.
No
they
doubt.
need to go ahead and trade him because he still has a little bit of value.
Why he still got value? Exactly.
In 3 years, I mean,
he gonna be like KG with the Celtics. I'm gonna trade him, but I'm gonna get back a couple players.
Yeah,
I won't get an Amin Thompson level potential player.
Right.
Versus if I trade him now to Houston, I could potentially get Amin Thompson. If I go talk to San Antonio, I can get Steph Castle, all them Hawks picks.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I think you have to consider it. Now, is it a tough choice? Yeah, from business standpoint, you ain't lying. He's selling them tickets.
Oh yeah,
he's selling them tickets. I'm gonna omit from talking about this series while this game on. We gonna leave.
We're gonna talk about it now.
No. We're gonna leave. We'll come back next week. We're gonna see what the conclusion of this one is before we talk about this one. But lastly, we'll go to my list.
Okay, CFO.
We already went over it. I was gonna ask y'all about the Warriors Rockets. Do you think they could push it to 7? Anybody want to be that guy? Say they could do it?
No,
I think low.
I said they may push it. They may push it because I think low with it. Like I said, if Steph Curry, if that hand get worse, that may be GG's.
Hey, you know Udoka gonna tell them to go after their hand too.
Right.
They went after the last game.
They've been crying. They've been crying about it.
Yep. I don't blame. Hey, just like I forget his name.
I just don't see the Warriors losing at home.
Yeah, they probably won't. But I think.
Yeah, I think the Warriors, like you said, Rockets a year away. They could trade for Kevin Durant. I
They
agree with you.
shouldn't.
I'll wait for Giannis. I'll wait for Giannis.
Yeah.
I think the team that's gonna trade for Kevin Durant. I hate to tell you, the teams. OG ass gone. If
Nah,
KD,
man. Hey. We ain't
Knicks
gonna
don't
hear
got no picks though.
that. We don't hear that.
hey, I'm
We're
gonna get
not
him
doing
OG. I got some seconds for you.
We ain't
Y'all
doing
took the
that.
seconds for Brad Beal.
So what? So KG could play 45 games in a year? I don't like that, man.
You
I
know,
really
if
He
don't
I'm
not playing.
understand
on the
when
Knicks,
He
I
not
players
even
wouldn't try
playing
to
either.
trade
If
OG.
it's I'll be honest with you. If it's a straight up trade, OG for KD, I'd do that in a heartbeat.
Heartbeat.
Nah, man, we don't
OG,
want that. We don't
OG.
want that.
I
Why
would
would the
try to
Knicks
trade
trade?
Bridges if it's me. I would
Why
try to
would
trade
I
Bridges.
trade for? Why like I said?
Nah,
Why would you trade
man.
for KD?
It'd be tough
Why would
to
you trade a
trade
old? Why would you
Here's
Bridges.
trade
my
a?
You
problem
traded
with all
Bridges.
of that. Here's my problem. You do all this trading for this superstar who don't play 82 games.
I get
Bridges
that.
has played 82 games every year. You mess up all the chemistry. Brunson is balling. Cat is
I agree
balling.
with
Now
that.
you take half of their production. I don't like that, man. All the production gone.
Everybody
All
think
the
KD.
chemistry
Everybody just
gone.
think KD gonna get like. I don't think. I think he'll be
KD
in
not
some
like,
Suns.
man, he not the Slim Reaper no more, man. He
He
not even.
older. He old
He
man. He
old,
36,
man.
bro. He
Hey,
36,
he was
dog.
still averaging what 25, 26
Yeah,
this
They
year.
how many
it
games? How
depends.
many games they winning? How
I
many games
will
they
say
winning
this.
though? How many
It
games they
depends on
winning?
what team it go to and what I trade. If
I
I got
mean,
if
you're
they, he 36, so to me, what he got traded from Brooklyn to Phoenix, nah, that ain't happening no more.
Yeah,
That's why
man.
I'm like, if I'm New York, if Boston, it depends on how that Boston series go. If Boston
We
sweep
don't
me,
want him.
if Boston sweep me, I gotta think about it.
yeah, I
We
got to.
don't want
You
him.
got to.
We gonna think about it. We don't want him.
TJ, I'm with you, bro. I wouldn't do it,
We'll
bro. I
draft
wouldn't.
somebody.
So
Yeah,
so
I
wait,
won't
so if
trade.
you was any team in the league, you wouldn't want KD. None.
No,
Not
not
any
not.
team. Not any team.
Listen,
Now, if you're a
Washington. He
team
go
like the
home.
Mavericks,
He go home.
maybe. But
No,
He go
we
home.
Mavericks.
Washington. He go
My
home.
whole thing is if I'm the Suns, what do I want from the Mavericks?
He
What
go.
Max
Listen.
Christie in the center? What's
He go
old boy?
home.
They
He
have
go.
no first round pick for the next 10 years
He go
the
that
home.
they
Done.
Mavericks.
own.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
they
that
Damn.
they
that
got
they
the
own.
Lakers. They got the Lakers pick. That's it.
Done.
Yeah,
Done.
yeah.
He could go back to home to Washington D.C., bro, and play basketball.
Nah, I'm cool.
He could
I
go
don't
there.
want that. People go to Washington and die. Look at Chris Middleton and Marcus Smart.
When that
Yeah,
check coming
exactly.
in, man, you got 2 rings. What else you want to do?
At that point, send them to San Antonio or Wemby, the mentor.
Yeah.
What y'all give up? What
See,
y'all
but
give
that's
up?
gonna mess up y'all chemistry. I wouldn't
Y'all
do
See,
got
I
that.
don't
y'all got
want. I ain't gonna.
I would do that.
It depends what they asking for. If they just
Nah.
look at me and say Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, and one first.
They want Castle. They don't want
No,
No, I'm
Castle.
cool.
man.
They
No.
don't want
We
Castle.
ain't even trade Jeff Castle for
No.
De'Aaron Fox, and he 26.
Would y'all do the Antetokounmpo trade?
No, I wouldn't trade him for him either.
Oh, you talking about the
I
Spurs?
mean,
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
it'd be
y'all getting
Fox,
basically the
Antetokounmpo,
same
and
Ooh.
what you
player.
call?
They
I
gonna
think
they
No,
gonna
that
they,
would
they gonna let
that
Castle.
would
Giannis
They
you
for
would
gonna
have to
sure
trade
cost
Castle.
because
I would trade Castle for Giannis. I
and
ain't
a bunch of picks. I need a bunch of picks too.
No,
yeah
man.
yeah. And then that front court of Giannis and Wemby. Ooh, shit.
that's
That-
what I'm thinking.
that's deadly. Ooh.
Because Giannis is good enough to get you to the playoffs on his own. He's proven that.
And then
Yeah.
Giannis drive. You gonna leave Wemby open on the 3-point line?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, I could see that one. It would be a chemistry thing getting used to, but I could see that.
Yeah,
I could
because
see
the
that.
main thing it'll be Fox and Giannis, kind of like how Dame and Giannis got to get used to. That would be the
But
worry.
Yeah.
I mean, you got two big men. Somebody gonna outshoot y'all ass.
Yeah, but
But
also, do
Wemby
you
can
think?
shoot.
I forgot to ask you. Do y'all think Dame's career is done, or do you think he can come back and be a good player
Bro,
still?
don't come back. Miss a whole year. Miss a whole year in rehab,
I
bro.
think
If
he comes back and he's a solid starter. I don't the Dame time, all that
yeah,
that's over
no.
with. He,
Do you think he
Dame
kind
he
of
would be
comes
more
more
of
of
a
a
spot
spot
up
up,
shooter.
running
Yeah,
off
more of a spot
ball?
up.
yeah.
Okay,
Spot up for sure.
yeah, I think
Spot up.
if anything for him to be effective, he probably going to become off ball more like Curry, like coming
Yeah,
off
yeah.
screens.
Yeah.
Not with the ball in your hand, just letting somebody else be the primary ball handler because you're not going to be as explosive no more due to that
Mhm.
Achilles. You still can shoot
Yeah.
because it didn't affect your
And then
shot.
what is he? He's what is he, 34 right now?
35.
No,
Oh,
they
he's
ain't too young.
35.
They ain't younger than they ain't about 31, 32.
No,
He came in the same.
no.
No,
Yeah,
he
that.
not that. He not
Nah,
that
Yeah,
young.
Dame
him.
old, bro.
Listen, him and AD came in the same time.
He 34. You forget Dame was a senior.
Yeah, Dame was a senior
Yeah.
coming out of college.
Yeah, Dame 34.
Damn, that boy
About to
old.
turn 35 in July.
Damn, that
Okay,
boy
so
old.
he is 34. So By the time he comes back, he'll be 36.
Blitz.
Yeah, 36 because
Yeah.
he gonna rehab it for a
Oh
whole
Yeah,
year.
no,
he's gonna
I'm
get paid,
I'm living
man.
out that contract. I'm getting paid. I'm getting my money.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm gonna get paid.
I ain't leaving nothing on the table. I ain't
Yeah,
giving nothing back. Y'all
yeah.
ain't
I'm,
getting nothing
I'm
back
be
out of
like
me.
Brad Bill. I'm gonna be over here getting empty calories for that 50 million.
You ain't getting nothing back out of me.
Yeah, man. But that was all we wanted to talk about, y'all. Just to go over a little bit of the draft, go over a little bit of NBA, give our thoughts. And I ain't gonna lie, NBA playoffs, the intensity of the defense has been a much refreshing. Adam Silver,
Yep.
bring a little bit of it to the regular season, man. Let them boys hand check. They offensively so skilled right now. Hand check ain't gonna kill nobody.
Man, you gonna have these boys fighting left or right.
They already
Detroit
are.
will, Detroit will, especially Stu. If Stewart was out there, he would already been fighting.
Exactly.
He would have been fighting with Josh
You
Hart.
heard Jalen Brown's comments about the Magic the other day.
I mean, yeah,
Before they
man.
gentlemen swept them, he was like, "Man, we might have to go out there and fight to prove a point." I'm like, "Oh
Man, Jalen
Lord."
Brown wasn't doing it. It was all JT, dog. JT and Fran Wagner.
Well, it's about time JT did something. It's always
Oh
Jalen
my
Brown
God.
picking up the slack.
Man,
Let's be
hell
real.
nah. Man,
Let's be
hell nah.
real.
I'm still mad at Paulo.
Hell.
I'll talk about why I'm mad off the pod though, but I'm mad at Paulo. That's all I gotta say. But we
Oh Lord.
gonna talk to y'all later, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in. As always, we out.
Makes sense.